I am Babor, and in this discussion, I'll be your demonstrator. So before anything else, let us all stand for prayer. May I request Miss Domingo to lead the prayer. Alright, so before you sit down, kindly pick up pieces of paper and arrange your chairs properly. Alright, so again, good afternoon everyone. I am Babor, and in this discussion, I'll be your demonstrator. So let's check your attendance first. Secretary is absent. Alright, very good. So in my class, I have these 5 basic classroom rules. First and foremost, I need you all to always respect. So treat your classmate and me as well as your demonstrator with kind and respect. By keeping your phones inside your bag, lesson went on, and others are speaking and avoid interrupting into the discussion. Next is to be on time. I want to also arrive in my class on time to be prepared in my lesson. Next is to raise your hand when you have questions or qualifications, or you want to contribute in my discussion, and avoid the course of thinking out of turn. Next is to keep your area tidy and clean. So I want you all to clean up and keep your surrounding clean and well organized. Lastly and most importantly is to be courteous. I want you all to always use polite languages and exhibit good manner in our discussion. So are we clear?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. So okay, now let's have a short recap in our previous topic. So what is our previous topic is all about? Yes?
About family dynamics, ma'am.
Okay, family dynamics. Family dynamics. So we all know that there are 6 kinds of family dynamics. So what are those 6? Nuclear family, step family, single parent family, childless family, grandparent family,
Extended
extended family. So now let's proceed to our next topic. So before that, I'll show a picture, one image that composed of 4 pictures. So all you have to do is to guess. So I need one person who can guess this picture. So anyone can guess the pictures, all that? Please raise your hand if you have a yes.
communication, ma'am.
Very good. It's communication. Let's give back to Ms. Vernon. Okay, so based on our activity, what do you think is our topic today?
It's all about communication, ma'am.
Please raise your hand. Yes.
Different types of communication.
Very good. So our topic for today is types of communication. Kindly read our learning competency.
Identify the different types of communication.
Alright, so at the end of the lesson, you are able to identify the different type of communication. So before we proceed with different type of communication, anyone can define communication? Yes, Kulasam?
Communication, ma'am, is transferring ideas and also exchanging ideas.
Very good. Let's keep that moving on. Okay, so communication. Kindly read everyone.
Communication is a process by which information is exchanged between individuals through a common system of symbols, signs, or behavior.
Okay, so it's a process by which information exchange, transmit, or transfer between individuals to a common system of symbols, signs, or behavior. So there are 4 different types of communication. There are verbal, non-verbal, visualization, and written. So let's identify first the verbal communication. So kindly read everyone.
Verbal communication is any form of communication that occurs through spoken word.
Okay, when we say verbal, it talks about the spoken word that we talked about. So, example of it are phone-to-phone conversation or face-to-face conversation. Next is non-verbal communication.
Non-verbal communication, any form of communication that is not transmitted through spoken word.
Yes, non-verbal is a form of communication that is not transmitted through spoken word. So, example of it are body languages or hand gestures. Next is visualizations. Kindly read everyone.
Visualizations, the transfer of information to a person in a format that can be read or viewed.
Okay, so visualization is a transfer of information to a person in a format that can be read or viewed. So media it can be graphics that are visible that can be conveyed a message. It's also called a communication. Lastly is the written communication.
Written communication involves the use of words, sentences, and paragraphs in order to communicate.
Yes, written or kanang by writing or by typing. So it involves the use of words, sentences, and paragraphs in order to communicate. It's the use of text like books, magazines, or media nga atong makita sa that are visible sa ato ang in order to communicate. So it is important to know the different types of communication to allow us to communicate well and to understand what we are saying, what we are going to send, or what we are going to receive. So again, what are the four types of communication?
Verbal, non-verbal, visualizations, and written.
Yes, very good. So it is a form of communication that is not transmitted through spoken. What is it? It is a communication.
Non-verbal.
Non-verbal. Very good. So it is a transfer of information in a format that can be read or viewed. Yes.
Visualization.
Visualization. It is involved in the use of words, sentences, and paragraphs in order to communicate. Yes.
Written.
Written. And it's in a form of communication that occurs through spoken word.
Verbal.
Okay, so who can give me an examples of non-spoken or a non-verbal communication?
Sign language.
Please. Stand up.
Sign language.
Sign language. Very good. Who can give out? Yes?
Body gesture.
Body gestures. What about visualizations?
Graphic.
Graphics. What else? Yes, that includes charts or mga graphs. Like that. So do you have any questions, clarifications in this discussion?
No.
Okay. So now let's have an activity. So now, since wala na may mga pangutana, I want you to find a group, my partner. So all you have to do is to identify the different type of communication, at least give at least two examples. Answer it in 1/4 sheet of paper and 5 minutes. Okay, so you did well. So now, let's proceed to our next activity. To get a 1/4 sheet of paper and answer this question. Direction in 1/4 sheet of paper, identify what type of communication stated in each item. So I give you 5 minutes to answer it. Are you done? Alright, so let's answer the activity that our So first is not transmitted to spoken word. Non-verbal. Transfer of information to a person that can be reviewed. Visualization. Of course, through spoken word.
Verbal.
It involves the use of words, sentences, and forms of oral communication. Face-to-face conversation. Verbal. Okay, now let's proceed to our last activity. Read it individually. Take note that this is recorded. Right, so identifying what type of communication is used. Answer it in 1/4 sheet of paper in 5 minutes. Are you done?
Not yet,
Okay, so let's answer. Number 1, hand gestures.
Non-verbal.
Very good. Chart.
Visualization.
Phone call conversation.
Verbal.
Good. Graph.
Visualization.
Very good. Emails.
Written.
Books.
Written.
Face-to-face conversation.
Verbal.
Body language.
Non-verbal.
Letters.
Written.
And magazines.
Written.
Okay. So, you did well. So, alright, so end of discussion. So, for your assignment, write a reflection essay of your insight about our topic today, the type of communication. So, see you tomorrow. Class dismissed.